So, welcome once again to my journey from startup to profitable business in 100 days, or hopefully much less. So, today I want to talk about how you get different leads and start to create this creative process of thinking differently. So, I'm speaking next month, which is towards the end of the journey, at a conference called Forge. So this came about as a couple of things. First of all, it's a little bit of a collaboration, and secondly, I offered to help the people running this in ways to drive more traffic to this and more signups. So whenever you are creating a startup, remember it's not all about you; it's about creating win-wins for other people. So I understand it at the very start of getting your startup out there. You're incredibly passionate about it. You're excited. And if you're not careful, you tend to go into over promotion mode where you're just pushing it down people's throats. So try and find ways you can be creative and lean into different opportunities and creative ways of getting in front of your audience. So I've already spoken on at least one podcast and booked in for another one. I've got a different video that I'll share about creating affiliates. And this one is another way of finding out ways that you can get in front of your target audience for either very inexpensively or ideally next to nothing. So this conference is for CEOs, general managers, consultants. So there's a lot of people that in theory are ICP, or ideal customer profile. I've spoken to the founder of this, and they have a number of people that are already signed up. So they're well on the way to getting the right number of people, plus all the additional connections as well. As it turned out, the networking event that they are running is literally 200 meters down the road from where I live. So that's fantastic because it just means that it's very, very close to where I live. And so there's this other kind of synergy as well. So when you are trying to get your business name out there and to get as many people as possible interested in what you have to do, you have to get creative because we don't have a big budget. It's not like you got $20,000, unless you might have if you're funded, to spend on adverts or to PR. So you have to get as creative as possible. I once read this fantastic book, which was all about, it's called A Beautiful Question. And so instead of thinking, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, you use those constraints to your advantage. So how can I create a win-win for somebody at a conference? Well, I can volunteer. I can do all these other things that add value in exchange for turning up there and not having to pay for the ticket. So it's time to get creative. Start to figure out ways that you can get in front of your ideal audience and create win-wins for the other person so that you can leverage off their existing connections and runs on the board so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel and do it all yourself. So I'd love to know ways that you are being creative in getting your startup out there and share that with me. I'd love to understand what's working for you, whether this idea resonated with you, and we can continue to grow together. Thanks for watching.